Good evening, I'm Byron Scott with the CTV News Update. A Laurel police officer is shot while serving a warrant related to an attempted murder. Police say when officers announced their presence, the suspect fired from the residence.
Roughly 6 o'clock this morning, our officers were serving an arrest and search warrant. When our emergency response team made their presence known, the suspect inside did shoot a round off that struck one of our officers, and he was taken to a hospital where he has been treated and released.
The suspect was taken into custody. Well, gubernatorial candidate Sherman Baker says he has a plan to address carjackings in Maryland. The town square at Suitland was the backdrop. The area was once home to one of Baker's Transforming Neighborhoods Initiative zones while he was county executive. Baker says carjackings in the county are up 42% in the first 3 months of this year. He says if elected, he'd declare a state of emergency on carjackings.
It means you now can use the full power of the office of the governor and come in and help. That means we're just not talking about, getting federal prosecutors, involved. We can actually ask the U.S. Attorney and the Attorney General to get involved. It means it opens up revenues. And it opens up. So when we talk about bringing in, the state police helicopter to help out, it opens that up. But it also opens up our Homeland Security at the state level to work with the local Homeland Security to actually open up revenue.
Baker is up against 13 other candidates vying for that office. Well, tomorrow is the last day for people to submit their applications to fill the District 6 council seat vacated by Derek Davis. There are 5 declared candidates. As you may know, Davis is stepping down. It's seen by some as controversial because it allows the council to select his replacement. Some are calling for the council to reject all of the declared candidates.
I don't think the voters would appreciate it to have us weigh in. None of us are involved with a council seat in District 6, or we shouldn't be. So this is something that we really need to leave to the voters there. And so, although I think it's important to have representation, I think it's also important for us not to look like we're putting our fingers on the scale.
The law requires us to make a selection within 30 days when it's a year or less left in the term of the resigning member. So we actually have to select someone. So that's the process we're going through. I really think it's premature for any of us to say who we are supporting or aren't supporting while the process is still underway. I know there are folks out there who want us to say we're going to disregard certain candidates and only consider others. I think that's unfair to the process that's set forth in our charter, and I don't plan to do that.
Well, the deadline to get your letter of interest and email in is tomorrow by 5 p.m. Well, here's the latest COVID numbers for our area. The Maryland Department of Health has confirmed 636 new COVID cases. The positivity rate in Prince George's County continues to inch upwards. It now stands at 5.02%. 5 Marylanders have died of COVID since yesterday. 153 people remain in the hospital. And you're watching CTV News. I'm Byron Scott. Coming up, a top local leader speaks out against the federal court ruling on masks. That story in just a bit. Stay tuned.
Do you love sports? Then you should know about STEM. Because maximizing nutrition, analyzing peak muscle performance, calculating the perfect shot, and more are all made possible by science, technology, engineering, and math. In fact, there are more careers than ever in sports science. So if you have a passion for sports, then think about getting involved in STEM and improve everyone's game on and off the field. Get inspired at SheCanSTEM.com.
Dad, they took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Thanks for staying with us. Montgomery County Executive Mark Elrich harshly criticizes the federal court ruling striking down mask mandates for public transportation. Nevertheless, Montgomery has ended its mask mandate. Elrich says face coverings are now optional for riders on all county-run buses. Transit agencies like Metro and domestic airlines and TSA also say masking is optional.
This was a bad ruling by a Trump-appointed judge who has absolutely zero expertise in public health, is imposing their ideology on public health, which is absolutely inappropriate. And they're doing this to overrule our nation's public health expert.
Regardless of the ruling, Elrich is encouraging riders to continue wearing masks. And the Montgomery County Council unanimously approves a new police accountability board. Lawmakers adopting that measure yesterday. The 9-member civilian board will hear complaints about alleged officer misconduct. They'll be nominated by the county executive and confirmed by the council to serve 3-year terms. The board is expected to begin reviewing complaints against police covered by collective bargaining agreements in 2023. It will hear cases against other law enforcement officers beginning this July. Well, a Prince George's County Sheriff's deputy faces assault charges in connection with a domestic violence incident. The suspect is Sergeant Ibn Latif. He was allegedly involved in a domestic incident while off duty in Charles County on Monday night. A second person has also been charged in the incident. Latif has been suspended without pay. Well, for someone recently released from prison, finding a new job can often be challenging. To help address this issue, the county, along with the Bridge Center at Adams House and its many partners, hosted a job and resource fair today. The event, which was held at the Glenart Community Center, was geared toward returning citizens, veterans. It coincides, with National Second Chance Awareness Month.
The top 3 predicting factors of a successful reintegration into society is stable housing, stable employment, and stable family support. If either one of those 3 things are missing, the individual is going to struggle. So therefore, we have brought together a collective of organizations to be able to provide those resources to individuals who are missing either one of those components.
Officials from Employ Prince George's say before the pandemic, the county had about 2,000 returning citizens each year. And still ahead tonight on the news, a visit with your pet of the week. Stay tuned.
Innovation transforms the world, turning the status quo upside down. Innovation created a healthcare system that not only improves the lives of veterans, it transforms the lives of healthcare professionals with unique opportunities to work with industry thought leaders while serving our nation's heroes. The Department of Veterans Affairs, where innovation ensures those who served our nation are served by the very best. See how a career at VA can transform your future.
My grandfather was a case in that study. He worked as a firefighter where the Tuskegee Airmen trained. He and I were phenomenally close. The syphilis study happened for 40 years. Penicillin was found to be the most effective treatment, but the men were denied the treatment. Interestingly enough, I've had someone tell me that they were concerned about getting the vaccine because of the syphilis study. And I always, try to educate or provide some information about what happened. But then I said, you're talking about something that happened to my family. And I've taken both of my vaccines. I'm doing this for them. Health is greater than wealth, and it's really up to us to take ownership of our health and this story.
Welcome back. Police across the region are reminding motorists that April is Distracted Driving Awareness Month. Police want to remind you that you cannot pass a school bus with flashing red lights. As you can see in this video posted by Howard County Police, there were a couple of close calls as several drivers passed school buses that were dropping off students. Illegally passing a bus carries a fine of $250. Well, state highway officials rejected public records request by Maryland Matters regarding replacement of the American Legion Bridge. The FOIA request asked for details of an agreement between Governor Hogan and former Virginia Governor Ralph Northam. In 2019, the two announced a $1 billion agreement to rebuild the bridge, but nearly 30 months later, details of the agreement remain a mystery. The SHA says the two states have been working to develop a formal agreement which includes details of the bridge replacement and its future maintenance. They say disclosure of the records would be contrary to public interest. Well, Easter, as you know, may be over, but there's still a bunny rabbit that would love to be a new member of your family. Take a look here at Alan. Alan came in as a stray. Rescue coordinator Megan Staub says he's pretty social and loves attention.
He would be good in just about any type of family as far as activity level. He's pretty good at being calm and playing with himself, or he would be happy having a bunch of kids to play with. It's just really depends on the family, but he would be good with anybody.
Well, to bring Alan home with you, call the number or visit the website on your screen. Well, let's check your weather forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy with lows around 44 degrees. Tomorrow, partly sunny with highs around 69. Friday, sunny and warmer with highs near 76. And Saturday, partly sunny, high temperatures near 72 degrees. And that's our news for tonight. I'm Byron Scott. We'll see you tomorrow night. Good night.
1 in 365 African Americans battle sickle cell disease. I was one of them. Life back then was painful. I was in and out of the hospital and had frequent pain crises. A blood stem cell transplant is the only cure for sickle cell disease. I was fortunate to find a perfect match in my younger sister, but many patients do not have a compatible donor in their families. And Black patients have only a 23% chance of finding an unrelated donor. More Black donors are urgently needed to help save lives. It only takes a simple cheek swab to join the Be the Match registry. Learn more about becoming a donor and access free patient resources by visiting endsicklecell.org today. You or someone you know could be the cure for a patient battling sickle cell, like me.
To Sofia and Gabriel, mis flores, my little flowers. Even though these old knees can't follow on your adventure to the forest today, these flowers represent my love, so you can take me with you wherever you go, near or far. These stitches and threads join us together. Me, your mother, and both of you. And wherever you see a flower, a bird, a beautiful tree, know that my love is with you as you bring our colorful stories to the world.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
Women are bad with money.
It's what the world's been saying for centuries.
But now, we've got something to say.
Save it. Save the old-fashioned advice, the empty excuses.
It's all worthless, unlike us.
To our fellow females, it is time to save ourselves by saving our money.
Contributing to our futures, investing in our independence.
Until we're no longer
80%
more likely than men to live in poverty in retirement.
So again, we say to that, save it.
The falsehoods, the feelings of fault, then the funds.
Learn how to save for your retirement at wesaysaveit.org.